The second in our pillars for our approach to education is our competency-based curriculum. And many people think about this approach when they think about River City Academy. Competency-based curriculum can also be referred to as a standards-based curriculum. Sometimes people like to mistakenly call it a self-paced curriculum. That's actually a misleading name given to it. So for our competency-based curriculum, what that means is that the skills that students need to master are set out ahead of time, and then the requirements for those skills are also upfront and paced for the students to be able to see. At the same time, for our students, they are not allowed, they're held to a higher academic standard than at traditional schools. For our students, they must all earn an A or B level work in their class, and they need to complete 100% of both the projects and the power focus areas. So essentially, the way that we talk about this often is 100% of the work, or it's not done yet. Also, along with that competency-based curriculum, we also host a culture of revision. That means since the standard is set as far as the minimum expected level of work, our students can continue working on their work until they meet that minimum standard. So that means that students submit their work for feedback, and if the work doesn't meet that minimum requirement, they're provided feedback from the teacher, and then they're given an opportunity to revise their work to bring it up to that standard. One of the things that I want to make sure we're clear about on this is that teachers don't just turn work back and say, that's not good enough, start over from the beginning. They instead turn work back to students, and they highlight the positive things that are done well. But then also at the same time, they give students the feedback that they need and specifics on what needs to be changed. The amount of feedback and the amount of assistance that students get in making modifications to their work is one of the reasons that students choose RCA over other schools. That relationship of helping students to improve their work and that culture of revision is an important part of who we are as a school. At the same time, we also offer placement testing for all of our students in both language arts and math. That means a student who comes in and say is advanced in language arts could test at grade level, or they could also test above grade level. We'll start the student working on the grade level that they're working at, not at the grade level that they're in. It's not unheard of at all for students at RCA to be working one or more grade levels ahead of their traditional grade level. At the same time, when middle school students earn high school credit, they are in the same courses as high schoolers, completing the same work. Therefore, they're awarded high school credit the same as the high school students in that class.